guys. How are you? It's beautiful. We outside, and yeah, I'm at one of my favorite places. The backdrop, of course, the water, the seawater. You hear my name, right? Marine Life. So this is me right here. Let's see what's going on with our guys over at the news desk. And when we come back, we've got 3 amazing features for you to view this morning.
Good morning. Uncertainty looms over the future of 5 structurally unsound CDC buildings in Castries as Housing Minister Richard Frederick confirms that there are no immediate plans for their demolition. The minister's comments come after safety concerns prompted the demolition of CDC Block X in 2023.
Well, I'm not sure about demolition 6 and whose plan it was. It certainly was not mine. I mean, at the end of the day, one has to balance the inconvenience caused by 2 persons who reside there and who have made the CDC their homes for a number of years versus making available proper land, good land for developmental purposes. What has to be done, and I'm not saying that it is done or it will be done, the structural integrity of those buildings have to be assessed. I know that was done some time ago, and some of them may have been found wanting in terms of being structurally sound to withstand any kind of, significant tremor. But we can look at it.
Residents of the remaining buildings identified as structurally compromised continue to await a definitive course of action from the National Housing Corporation. Education Minister Sean Edward has provided an update on school issues since the start of the 2nd term, highlighting progress in school security with the installation of CCTV cameras and alarm systems.
But we have to move with the times. We have a situation where we can no longer just leave our schools at 4:30 expecting to return next day with everything intact. There are persons waiting, they are on the prowl looking to break into the schools and leave with whatever valuables that they can get. Quite apart from deploying personnel, we are moving and we have spent quite a bit of money procuring security equipment to help bolster. But security is more than just a safeguard of the building. But you want that when students and teachers are in session, that they too are not vulnerable to whatever unsavory elements we have out there waiting to pounce.
The minister also announced an upcoming meeting with the St. Lucia Teachers Union and the National Principals Association to focus on teacher well-being. Additionally, all secondary school students have now received government-issued laptops, marking a positive start to the school term. In law enforcement news, police efforts in the Southern Division of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force led to significant results on Friday, January 17th, as a joint task force operation in Deriso uncovered illegal firearms. In a collaborative effort, officers from the Miku Police Station, the Southern Patrol Team, and the Special Services Unit, or SSU, executed a search warrant in Deriso, resulting in the seizure of a homemade shotgun. 4 individuals have been arrested and charged with possession of that firearm. The accused are 24-year-old Alcon James of Monrepo, 30-year-old Anthony Joseph of Bruceville Viewfort, 22-year-old Caius Serrier of Deriso, and 46-year-old Ignata Lionel of Deriso. The defendants are scheduled to appear before the magistrate court for bail proceedings. In the meantime, the Royal St. Lucia Police Force continues to crack down on illegal firearms as part of ongoing efforts to enhance public safety. Finally, the Ayanola Council for the Advancement of Rastafari, or ICAR, has welcomed the posthumous pardon of Marcus Garvey by outgoing U.S. President Joe Biden. While welcoming the pardon, ICAR criticized Biden for not addressing the role of J. Edgar Hoover, the former FBI director who targeted Garvey for his radical views.
Marcus Mosiah Garvey was hated and hunted by the racist, white supremacist Ku Klux Klan director of the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, who vowed to destroy Marcus Mosiah Garvey. J. Edgar Hoover hired the very first 2 black FBI agents with their mission to infiltrate Marcus Garvey's organization, the UNIA. It was through them that Marcus Garvey was set up and framed and eventually charged for mail fraud.
In 1922, Garvey was arrested for mail fraud in what many believe was a politically motivated case. He was imprisoned, deported to Jamaica, and later moved to London, where he died in 1940. In 1964, Garvey was declared Jamaica's first national hero. That's your news summary. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Yeah, thank you, Kendall. Let's take a break and come back. recently we had a chat with a young lady, but we had a chat with her in the capacity of putting on an event for women, empower her. But what we didn't tell you, or we did tell you then, is that she's also an author. So we had the opportunity to catch up with her on her book, her publication. So let's talk about that. Now, I like to test your mental capacity and how attentive you are. I don't know if you remember. Recently, we had a chat with this lady right here, Celia Mitchell, and she did mention something about her book. Right, so we could not have not definitely delve into that and pry into this because it's your first publication.
Yes, it is.
It's not going to be the last, is it?
No, definitely not.
Absolutely. Is it? Well, the next one look like it's already been in the making.
Inside of me. It's inside of
Okay.
me. It's just waiting to burst out.
Tell me about that publication. Someone, we're not gonna call no names. Tell me they read and all they were doing was crying. Tell me about the nature of this book, the purpose behind writing this book, putting it together. What was the inspiration and all that?
All right. So this book is the narrative of my journey from childhood up until, let's say, 2021, because the book came out in 2022. And it just is an inspirational narration of the challenges that I faced growing up and how I overcame them. And so what it does for the reader is to enable him or her to introspect and to think about his or her own journey and how he or she can overcome those challenges that he or she faces in life.
Right. One of the readers said they cry. What would make that reader cry? I want to pry in a little bit. I ain't get my copy yet, so I have to piggyback on you for the time being because my curiosity is all up there now, and I want to know, what would bring tears out of a reader? What were some of the things you shared in there?
Well,
Not to give everything away, but
right. So I would share about a very a crucible moment in my life, if we can call it that, losing my father at the age of 10 and then going through a lot of hardships, going through school with a lot of hardships and recognizing that setting goals and achieving them was what really got me through a lot of these hard times.
Right.
And so I suppose just going through the different stories, they're relatable and practical. I have practical suggestions, ideas as to how the individual can introspect and see how his or her own journey impacts who he or she is right now.
I don't know if
Yes.
it's safe for me to say that now. I mean, a lot of our era growing up, we're old. A lot of our era, we're not old. A lot of our era growing up, we tend to have had a better resilience. We were more resilient people.
Right.
We would face hardship and we will find a way to bounce
Yes.
back.
Yes.
Our younger people today, and I'm not quoting any, I have no statistic to prove that, but it would appear that our younger people today don't have that level of resilience. What are we missing here? What was it that you believe contributed to that level of resilience that you were able? Maybe if you could share that with them, we might be able to start, instilling those things in them. What do you think it was?
Well, I think for me growing up, the challenges were there in the form of physical challenges and so forth. Not being able to have a steady meal on a particular day. And you are right that the young folks today seem to be less resilient. But the reality is that we in that generation, we grew out of these hardships and we grew stronger with the mindset that we can overcome anything. And we've made it a lot easier for the next generation. But what they're facing now is a different kind of challenge. So for us, it was about surviving, but for them, it is about thriving. And so the challenge for them and for us is to teach them how to thrive, given a different the nature of the challenge is different. Now it's finding out their purpose and what it is that they're meant to do. Because for many of us now who have overcome the hardships, we're facing the crisis of figuring out what is our purpose.
Okay, so you
And
think it's
so
sort
the
of like a
young
switch
people-
role.
Yeah.
It's sort of like a switch. But mindset will make a big difference. So do we now start to
definitely
instill
does.
mindset?
I
We
think
have
so.
you have to that resilient
I
mindset
think
needs to be
so.
instilled, right?
I think so. And teaching it at a very young age is what will help the young people to be resilient.
Absolutely.
And making it something that is taught overtly, something that is even a subject at school, I think.
Yes, I
you
believe so
know,
too.
like teaching life skills at school would definitely help the young people to understand a little bit more, reflect a little bit more on the challenges that they're facing, and to help them to develop that resilient
Right.
mindset.
Where's
yes.
the book? Where can we find it?
Okay, so the book is available on Amazon. So you can go to Amazon. The book is entitled Chase Your Goals, Change Your Life. And if you want a copy right here locally, you can contact me too at 286-3328.
And wonderful. I want to read my hard copy. I'm not an
will get it
Amazon
for you.
fan, so definitely hard copy for me. I'm looking forward to it. All the
All right.
best.
Thank you so much, Maureen.
Thank you. Well, I just have this one thing to say. Young laureates on display. Let's take a look.
Okay, you now. You now.
Said to tell me the new friends you made. But somewhere along the way, that little boy,
We just witnessed a little skit, a little acting piece put on as part of the Nobel Laureates stuff and the school children getting involved, the acting part of it. And Anna Mae Williams right here, she caught our attention because she is brilliant. Anna Mae, how are you? Great work.
Yes, thank you so much.
We are impressed. Tell me a little bit about you and you know, getting into acting, what we just witnessed inside there a while ago. Talk to me a little bit about this. How long you been doing this?
I have been doing acting for a very long time, since I was a little girl. Well, the piece we did here today, I lost my dad in December, and we also lost a classmate of ours as school reopened this term.
Wow.
So we decided that we're going to do a tribute to him with this piece. And to be honest, preparing for this piece, our emotions was high.
Okay.
But we set our mind to our goal that we wanted to achieve it, and that's what we did. And for me, what I use is my dad. The emotions, being, you know, his only daughter, I use that to help me today. But I love acting. Basically, that's what I do for my whole life. That's what I know is acting.
Oh my God. Well, you did a remarkable job, and you captivated the essence of the you know, the storyline and the theme and what you wanted to drive home so perfectly well. So whatever was that driving force, it worked. It definitely did work. Now, I want to talk in relation, because this is in relation to the Nobel Laureate. You know, so what do you think of platforms? Because you love acting so much. This is in Lucia. We don't have much avenues to be able to you know, and hopefully that's going to change in time to come, so persons like yourself could get opportunities. But what do you think of a platform like that being created so that you can get to showcase your talent?
It's an amazing platform. I really wish that St. Lucians would see this and create more opportunities for students like myself who love acting. St. Lucia has a habit of, you know, pushing actors on the side and not paying attention to them. But we use acting as a way to teach students, as a way to express our emotions. The same value we have for music here, that's the same value we should have for theatre as in St. Lucia.
This child is loaded. You know, this child have a lot to say, and this is our first time talking to her, but I have a feeling we have to have a proper sit down with this young lady, because she seems to have a lot that she'd like to say and like the world to hear about. So we're going to interview you on another scene again where we can sit down maybe about half an hour, but great job, and you and your team did an amazing job now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right, we're here with Esther again from Camden, and the last time, was it last week, we spoke about what it is they're going to be putting on. Camden, of course, young laureates on display. The second year.
That's right.
The second year, and we are back at it. And yesterday we were down in the south, right?
That's
and
right.
we're back up now at the Grosley Center, and we witnessed some of the production that these kids had the privilege of being able to put together all by themselves and put on display. And what a joy it is. So now that we're unfolding, you know, just a roundup of, you know, you could probably give us a slight synopsis, as because you did yesterday, you did today, you know, moving forward again.
And so the students have acted in front of an audience of their peers, and very soon they will be choosing the best male actor, the best female, best school, best set, best this, best that, and they'll be able to receive their awards on departure.
Oh, this is amazing stuff.
Oh, yes.
This is amazing stuff. Now, you know what? We are saying much on this because the proof is in the pudding. That's what they normally say. Is in the eating of the pudding. And I think we onto something really remarkable here. And we just want to say commendations to your team for sticking true to this and giving these kids a platform.
And also, I want to really thank our sponsors again.
please.
That's Berkeley's Bank and Trust, Lucilec, as well as Marcella Johnson, Sandals Grand, Sandals Halcyon. Yes, they ensured that we were successful.
And the kids are so excited.
And the students
It's a
are
joy
so,
to
yes.
look at.
Yes.
You know, one student tell us a while ago, a platform created like that because she absolutely loved acting.
course.
Created like that is such a joy. So again, let me say kudos to you and congratulations on another year of absolute success of young laureates on display. All right. So we see you again next year.
Yes,
We're
hopefully.
doing it again next
Yes,
year. Bigger and
that's
better.
right. Bigger and better.
Absolutely.
And you realize it's bigger this year.
It's bigger
too.
this year.
Yes.
Right. We're moving up. We're moving up. Legacy. I hope you have locked off that date already. If you don't know, now is your opportunity to find out what is happening on the 8th of February right here in St. Lucia. It is going to be the kickoff to a bumper year of entertainment for St. Lucia for 2025. Harry Steady to tell us about that Legacy concert. It's back on again, and what a remarkable cast. We're here to talk legacy. We're here with the man of course. When you see Teddy, and you see Teddy on the morning show, you know we're talking legacy. It's only a couple of weeks. Is it a couple of weeks, Teddy?
3 weeks, yeah.
About 3 weeks ago, to go. And boy, the buzz is on. From the time Teddy dropped in at RCI and you drop off the lineup. I mean, it was absolutely evident that this year, St. Lucia is setting itself up to be the entertainment or stage show hub. It really decided to define its place in the world of entertainment. Because from you start that there, and we go into jazz and we ain't talk carnival yet, but let's talk legacy because legacy is the one that's kicking it all off. And what a bumper way to set the tone.
Independence in between. So legacy is in fact an event set within the independence window to whip up national fervor and to capitalize on the kind of impetus that independence with all the national pride and so on. There have been attempts in the past to have Calypso out of season. It didn't quite work. We've had a formula where the St. Lucian legends combined with some Caribbean icons in a nice, tight concert, enjoyable with dancing and fun from hit after hit, There's no experimenting. And it has really worked. The event has been growing. And you, Maureen, alluded to that phrase that the brand is growing.
Yes.
We feel good about the evolution of it, the growth of it, starting with Gabby and a few solution artists, then we moved to Baron, Explainer, and just growing it. Last year, the combination of the three of them, Beckett along with the two Barbadians, really worked. And so this year we think, as we say, we're thankful to the promoters who in the past did not book Alison Hines. We don't understand why almost 20 years she's hardly ever been here. And then Rupi, who hasn't been for an eternity in St. Lucia. The two of them in combination are very powerful. Alison Hines, an absolute icon, queen of soca, she's called, throughout the Caribbean. Her cachet value, her presence on an ad or a poster is immensely attractive. And Rupi, who, as we argue in our promotion, is arguably the man is the most groovy hits. He really has about 15 hits throughout the Caribbean. So it's a powerful combination. Along with that night, Legacy, February 8th, over at the Pavilion at Rodney Bay. We will be having Sly, who's the man of the moment, really happening, really trending, deservedly so, his place on Legacy. Alpha, who is perhaps one of the greatest performers ever out here, very popular for our Legacy crowd, and Invader and Ashanti representing the core Calypso, which is the essence of Legacy, along with Robbie, and then the rest of the cast to be announced, the first of which we're announcing is Manchas, who's a double OECS Soca Monarch, a big proponent of the Soca, responsible and anchoring the effort where the Soca grew from being fast Calypso to modern day Soca. Absolutely. So it's a pact. The tickets are only 100 early bird, and 120 a giveaway. Maureen,
I said that. That's an easy 150 event. I mean,
you said minimum should have been 150, but it's the people saying it's Independence time.
But I understand.
The Independence Committee supporting, so we give in to people and the tickets going like crazy at Steve's in town and also over at the Wave at Rodney Bay.
Wonderful. Well, we get up for something amazing. The cast, like we said, since we put all that, I mean, I'm getting feedback from my ends and people are excited about the cast as well.
You had 4 questions to ask me, I answer all one time.
You answer all, that's fine, because you're a man. We came here for that. We understood. That's why you were the last in the lineup for interviews, because we understand by that time I'm tired and you can handle yourself. So
The cameraman happy, let's work for him.
then let's work for him. You understand? It's a go. But Teddy, kudos to you on your
to
team.
big up our sponsors.
Your sponsors, of
DBS, for most of them. DBS, tell Linda, thank you, Linda, that here in a big way. In fact, we're saying it's powered by DBS. They really come in a big way. DBS supporting us massively as a sponsor. The others are KFC, Republic Bank, Marcy Stores, IBS Solutions, First Citizens, Flow, Climax, and also Piton and Piton Vibe.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, it's all setting itself up for something amazing right there in the heart of the celebration, getting set for independence. Teddy, there's nothing more to say. It's just a matter of get your tickets.
The bumper cast is a big show. We ask you to get your tickets early because we don't have the place to crowd it. We cut off at a certain point. The Pavilion is a fantastic venue, modern cultural center by far, but get your tickets early. Remember, as we're saying, we have positioned, they're teasing me now, we position legacy is falling between paid for the public servants and teachers and so between payday, Marine, and the back pay. You get me? So we put you between payday and your back pay. So you know that even if it's tight for pay, you could nip $100 out of your savings because the back pay coming soon.
Right, that's so.
Right.
You
so
understand? Definitely.
Anything else, Maureen? Just
No,
vibes
man,
and more
good.
vibes?
Vibes and more vibes. Right now, the only thing left to do is get your tickets, because you do not want something this epic to go down and you outside on the outskirts hearing about it. You want to be present.
By the way, some ladies say I should have you as chief judge. You want to judge the best six outfits that
We
night.
will be judging.
And so Maureen will be the chief judge.
We'll be judging. We don't know what you're getting yet.
You,
but
Tamara
we will be
Gibson,
judging.
and one other we need. Right.
We will be
the
doing
judges.
That. So come dressed
the tops.
wonderfully.
I think we should get the boutiques to sponsor that. What do you think, Maureen? Because they get in sale. Thank you. DBS and DBS again, powered by DBS, a major sponsor of Legacy this year. Thank you, DBS, Linda Daher and her team.
Absolutely. Thank you, Teddy. We look forward to the 8th. Lock off the date and we'll see you at Legacy. Right. Well, guys, that's our show for today, Wednesday. We have another 3-peat tomorrow again. I know you normally get excited when we have 3 of them. So yeah, tomorrow we look forward to another 3 again. But for today, I hope that you would have been inspired. Of course, I know there's a few dates there that you need to lock off your calendar for. But we want to piggyback a little bit on this platform created by CAMDU with the schools and the young laureates on display. Now, that is something that I'm very, very passionate about. And we heard from the young actor herself. We need to start and advocate for more platforms of that sort so that our young people can, get the sort of recognition, get to, engage and indulge in the kind of things that they're actually passionate about. So let's see where we go with this, where we head with that. But this is a remarkable start, and I'm very happy to see it. And if there's any way that you can support that in any form, then yes, let's come and let's let our voices be heard. But it's a good day to have a good day. It's Wednesday, midweek, hump day. Go on out and be good today. Be kind to somebody. I'll see you guys tomorrow.